team got together, and they, with people from the church who we didn't have a relationship, but we've been developing a relationship, and they faithfully come in, and they become part of a team that interviews, I don't know, a dozen people, more than that you looked at, and they come down to two. The two of the most unlikely that the world would have selected, I think, Jonathan and Carlos. And we see amazing, yeah,
Wouldn't have.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the discernment of that team and your willingness to sacrifice rather than, like I would do many times in my life, I'll make the decision, but sharing the decision, going deep and say, where are we called? And then what has happened with that program? I don't know if any of you have seen the video, but that principal, in her words, says, I have to say, phenomenal, what Jubilee Reach has done here. Because all I do is talk, and they listen and take notes. Isn't that complex? Isn't that amazing how difficult this is? All you have to do, Jesus talk, and it's right there in his word, and just take notes and apply it to your life, and it works. And then to see what has become, and then to see an 18-year-old former gangster that we would have kicked to the side, what he's done with kids, and a principal that will give you stats, that has led us now to have this event on the 14th, that we're engaged in conversation, and I pray that the legal eagles don't get all around this contract that we're working on, that we can be moving into a sports program, that we will see. Let's remember what happened. 18 well, not all gangsters, but 18 kids with at risk, most all of them, and stuffing crafts down another lesser kid's back in their backpack, disrupting things, spitting on the floor, stealing cell phones.
Right in front of me and Brent, they were doing that.
And now you see the difference in a Club Jubilee soccer team playing odals, and not to judge, but see the behavior of those kids and the way that they're learning hospitality, which is not even an intended consequence yet. And from that, we're able to talk to a school district and the cabinet, the leaders in that district, and as a Bring Jesus Healing, Build Community, Transform Lives, Christ-centered organization, we're talking about leading the athletic program that was taken out about 20 years ago so that we can reach the hard to reach. And these are not just the sheep outside the fence. There's no fence anymore. They're all just wandering sheep, bad, crying for his love. And seeing a church that's on fire across the street, that for the woman that writes, I don't know if you read the newsletter, that writes, I've been a member of this church since 1975, and we've been looking at that school since 1975 across the street. And now people get tired of me talking about my kids. And she sends me, and I say, don't stop, Sharon, sends me 5 emails a week of pictures of her kids. But just singing the praises of you and Jonathan and a pastor that I met with and had coffee that says, that church is alive, they've never been busier, and they've never been more vibrant. And they're getting out of the church building church into that community. So, what does athletic program look? Just like that. Yes, we're looking for not to duplicate or replicate, but integrate, advocate, and collaborate with all those who are doing good work. So we found a leader that we think, who's from Reality Sports, that teaches men and women to coach into biblical principles. How you love, how you affirm, and how you build people up. And that's how we'll build this, is that we'll put on the wall there, the head or the lead disciple is the commissioner. A fellow that was an All-American baseball player, played with John Olerud, brings those resources. Organization that has done this with many men. I sat with a businessman, he says, I'm a different father. I'm a better husband because I learned coaching principles, which are life principles, and how I affirm my kids rather than criticize or discipline my kids. But I love them, and this is how I do it through these coaching principles. Yeah. Imagine multiplying that.
I just want to add one thing, because it's real important, that this is a gentleman that brought his wife in on the interview process.
And we were not interviewing him. We were looking for a complementary organization that could help us with this.
And they sat there and listened to the story that Brent basically just walked you through. And I saw the wife doing this to her husband, and the smiling, and she was just going, this is what we should be doing. Because we were not interviewing him, we were interviewing the company to come in and do this.
So then this person has athletic director, but you know what we've already heard from some people within the school district? Because of what happened with Club Jubilee and Jonathan